I never thought my own mother would slap me in front of a room full of people. But there I was, 28 years old, at my company's launch party, cheeks stinging, the sound of her hand hitting my face still ringing in my ears. Guests froze, champagne glasses stuck midair, all eyes on us. My name's Emma Sullivan, and that night, everything I'd built was about to be torn apart by the people who were supposed to love me most. "How dare you?" my mother shouted, her voice shaking with rage. "Your sister needs that money. After everything we've done for you, this is how you repay us." She was talking about Olivia, my younger sister, who stood next to her in a designer dress, smirking like she'd won something. They wanted $200,000, half my company's operating capital, for Olivia's latest, brilliant business idea. I'd spent 3 years killing myself to build Sullivan Digital Marketing, 80-hour weeks, no sleep, every cent I had, and now they thought they could just take it. "Mom," I said, keeping my voice steady even though my hands were trembling, "I built this myself. Every client, every contract, every success, it's mine. I'm not giving Olivia the money." My cheek burned, but the heat of anger was stronger. Olivia stepped forward, her perfectly styled hair bouncing like this was some kind of show. "You've always been jealous of me," she snapped. "Just because you had to work for everything doesn't mean you're better than me. I have vision, Emma. I just need the capital." Vision. Right. Like her juice bar that tanked in 3 months or her fashion blog that never got off the ground. Our parents funded every flop, draining their retirement savings while I clawed my way through college on scholarships and late-night shifts. And here they were, expecting me to hand over my life's work because Olivia couldn't stand on her own. "Ladies, please," my father cut in, his voice dripping with that condescending tone I knew too well. "Emma, be reasonable. Your sister's business plan is solid. She just needs a little help." "A little help?" I laughed, but it wasn't funny. $200,000 isn't a little help, Dad. That's money I earned. Money that keeps this company alive and pays 20 people who depend on me. "You've always been so dramatic," my mother sighed, rolling her eyes. "It's just money. Family is more important." "Just money?" The money I'd saved living in a shoebox apartment? The money I'd earned freelancing on top of a full-time job? The money I'd scraped together instead of having a life? I looked at her, then at Olivia, then at my father, and something snapped. "You're right, Mom," I said, my voice getting stronger. "Family is more important. So why is it always me sacrificing? Why is Olivia's happiness worth more than mine?" My mother's face twisted. "Because you're stronger," she exploded. "You've always taken care of yourself. Olivia needs us." There it was, the truth they'd never said out loud before. I was the safety net, the one who'd always give in, always pick up the pieces. I'd been strong because I had no choice. I looked around at my team, my clients, the partners who'd believed in me when my family didn't. They were watching, some embarrassed, some sympathetic. I'd had enough. "Get out," I said, quiet but firm. "All of you. Get out of my launch party." My father started, "Emma," but I cut him off. "No. I'm done. I built this without you. You don't get to demand anything from me now." Security. 2 guys in black suits stepped forward. "Escort my family out. They're not welcome here." My mother turned back as they were led away, her face pure venom. "You'll regret this, Emma. When you've lost everything, don't come crying to us." I watched them go, heart pounding, but my resolve was iron. The party picked up again, awkward at first, but I forced a smile and kept going. My marketing director, Sarah, came over later. "You okay?" she asked. "I'm fine," I said, straightening my jacket. "Actually, I'm better than fine. I think I just broke free." That night, alone in the venue with empty glasses and confetti, my phone buzzed. A text from Olivia. "Mom and Dad are furious. You've always been so selfish. Don't think this is over." I stared at it, feeling calm instead of scared. They were right, this wasn't over. But it wasn't going their way either. The next morning, I got to the office early. The city skyline glowed through my windows. This view, this company, I'd built it from nothing. I started typing an email to my lawyer. It was time to protect what was mine, to make sure my family couldn't touch it. They'd spent years taking from me. Not anymore. This was just the beginning. The days after the launch party were a blur, but I didn't have time to catch my breath. My family wasn't done with me, turns out. They never would be. I'd just finished locking down my company with new bylaws restricting who could own shares, cutting my parents out as beneficiaries, when Sarah walked into my office with a coffee and a warning. "Olivia's been calling all morning," she said. "Says she's got an investment opportunity for you." I laughed, sharp and bitter. Of course she does. Block her number. Block all of them. Anything from my family goes through my lawyer now. Sarah raised an eyebrow. "You sure?" "They're still not my family," I cut her off. "Family doesn't try to steal what you've built. They're done." She nodded, approval in her eyes, and left me to my work. I stood at my window, looking out at the city I'd fought to make my home. I'd spent years bending over backwards for them. Now it was about me. But they didn't let up. First came the guilt trips. Texts from aunts and cousins I hadn't spoken to in years. "How could you do this to Olivia? Your mom's a wreck because of you. Family helps family, Emma." I ignored them, deleted every message. Then it got uglier. My father called my biggest client, spinning lies about my company's instability. The client emailed me, confused but still on board. Thank God I'd built trust with them. Olivia showed up at my apartment one night, banging on the door, screaming, "You ruined my life." I didn't open it. Let her yell. The worst was my mother. She tried to access my business bank account, claimed she was protecting the family's interests. The bank flagged it, called me immediately. I had her locked out within an hour, but the nerve of it lit a fire in me. They weren't just asking anymore, they were trying to take. I documented everything, texts, calls, the bank attempt. My lawyer said it was smart. "Success brings out the worst in families," he told me. "You're handling it better than most." I wasn't so sure. Was I handling it, or was I just numb? I kept pushing forward. The launch party drama didn't tank us. New clients signed on. Our team grew. I focused on that, on the people who believed in me. But 3 months later, a call blindsided me. I was in my office, buried in quarterly reports, when my assistant buzzed. "Miss Sullivan, Memorial Hospital's on the line. It's urgent." My stomach dropped. "That's where my grandmother died." "Put them through," I said, fingers tapping nervously. "Miss Sullivan, this is Dr. Martinez," a tired voice said. "It's about your sister, Olivia. Car accident this morning. She's stable, but she's asking for you." I froze. Olivia, asking for me? After everything? Is this a trick? I wanted to say, but his tone stopped me. "I'll be there," I muttered, hanging up. Sarah poked her head in as I grabbed my bag. "Everything okay?" "Olivia's in the hospital," I said, my voice flat. "Car crash." Her face softened. "Need me to clear your day?" "Yeah, push everything to tomorrow. I've got to see what's up." Driving to the hospital, I braced myself. This had to be another scheme, another way to get to my money. But a tiny part of me, buried deep, remembered the kid sister who used to tag along before our parents turned her into their golden girl. I shoved that thought down. The hospital was quiet as I headed to the 3rd floor. Then I heard them, my parents, arguing by the nurse's station. "She has to pay for it," my mother hissed. "She's got all that money, and Olivia needs surgery." "Helen, quiet," my father snapped. "We're in a hospital." I stepped around the corner. They shut up fast. My mother's makeup was a mess, my father's face lined and tired. "Emma," my mom said, her voice catching. "You came." "I came for Olivia," I said, cold. "Not you." "What happened?" My father fidgeted with his tie, nervous like always. "She crashed last night on Baker Street. Needs leg surgery. Insurance won't cover it all." "Money. Always money. Where is she?" I asked, ignoring the hint. "Room 307, my mother said. "But Emma, the surgery costs. I'm here for my sister," I cut her off. "That's it." I walked past them into Olivia's room. She looked small in the bed, pale, scratched up, leg wrapped and propped. Her eyes opened when I got close. "Emma," she whispered. You came. Of course I did, I said, surprised at my own softness. You're still my sister. Tears spilled down her face. I'm so sorry, she said, voice breaking. I'm so sorry. I stood there, caught off guard. This wasn't the Olivia I knew. Was it real, or just another play? I pulled a chair up, sat down, and waited. This was either the start of something new, or the next move in their game. I'd find out soon enough. Olivia's tears threw me off. She wasn't the sister I'd fought with at the launch party, smirking, entitled, venomous. She looked broken, lying there in that hospital bed, and for the first time, I didn't know what to say. Please, she whispered, cutting off my silence. Let me talk. I've been stuck here all day thinking about everything. How I treated you. How I let Mom and Dad turn me against you. The doctor said I could have died, and all I kept seeing was that night, me trying to take from you. I sat there, staring at her. This wasn't the script I'd braced for. No demands, no guilt trips, just her raw and quiet. Why'd you do it, Olivia? I asked, keeping my voice steady. All these years, why? She wiped her eyes, wincing as she shifted her bandaged leg. Because it was easier. Every time you succeeded, built something real, it showed how much I was failing. Mom and Dad always had excuses for me, said you were selfish for not helping. I bought it. It was easier than facing the truth. And what's the truth? I pressed. She looked down, voice barely audible. That I'm the failure. I've wasted years expecting handouts, and now I'm here, can't even pay for my own surgery, still thinking someone else should fix it. I didn't say anything. Part of me wanted to snap, yeah, you did this to yourself. But another part, a part I'd buried, saw something else. Not the spoiled princess, but a kid who'd been set up to fail. How do you do it, Emma? She asked, meeting my eyes. How'd you get so strong? I had to, I said simply. No one was going to build my life for me. A knock interrupted us. Dr. Martinez walked in, clipboard in hand. Miss Sullivan, we need to discuss your sister's treatment. The surgery, I'll cover it, I said, the words slipping out before I could stop them. All of it. Olivia grabbed my hand, her grip tight despite how weak she looked. No, Emma, you don't have to. Not after everything. This isn't about the past, I said, pulling my hand back but keeping my tone firm. It's about giving you a shot to figure yourself out. But Olivia, I locked eyes with her. This is the last time. After this, you stand on your own. She nodded, tears spilling again. I will. I promise. I'll get a job. I'll make it right. Don't promise to make it right, I cut in. Promise to make something of yourself. That's it. Dr. Martinez cleared his throat. I'll get the paperwork. He left, and I could hear my parents outside, already scheming with him about how to spin this. I ignored it. This wasn't about them. I signed the papers that afternoon, authorizing the payment. It wasn't cheap, but it wasn't about the money. It was about cutting the cord my parents had tied between us. Olivia had to sink or swim now. When I stepped out of her room, my mother pounced. Emma, thank God. She needs to come home after this. We'll hire a nurse. You can pay for that, right? No, Olivia's voice came from behind, steady despite her crutches. She'd hobbled out, face set. I'm not going home. I need to learn to stand on my own, literally. My mother's jaw dropped. Sweetheart, you're hurt. You need us. What I need, Olivia snapped, is to stop letting you and Dad make me weak. Emma, can we talk alone? I helped her to a corner of the cafeteria, away from their stares. She sat, catching her breath. I've been thinking, she said, fiddling with her gown. I want to go back to school. For real. Business like you. There's a community college nearby, good program, nothing fancy. I can start next semester if I move fast. I studied her. This wasn't the Olivia who'd chased get-rich-quick schemes. It's not easy, I said. Real school's not like those seminars you used to flop. I know, she said, laughing a little. Those were a joke. This is different. I've got some savings, couple grand from that boutique job I had. I liked it there, you know. Mom and Dad said it was beneath me, but I was good at it. Savings? I couldn't hide my shock. Yeah, not much, she admitted. But it's mine. And how you live while you study? I asked. I'll work. The boutique owner said my job's still open. Between that and loans. No loans, I cut in. I'll pay for your classes. But there's rules. She straightened up. Name them. 1. Keep a 3.0 GPA. 2. You stay at that job, no matter what they say. 3. You cut mom and dad off. No more handouts. No more letting them pull your strings. She didn't hesitate. Deal. All of it. I leaned back, watching her. This wasn't a con, I could feel it. But my parents? They weren't going to let this go quietly. And sure enough, they didn't. Later, in Olivia's room, they lost it. This is ridiculous, my mother wailed. Emma's poisoning you against us. No, Olivia said, calm but firm. You've kept me helpless. I'm done. My father tried his charm. Princess, you don't need to work in a shop. With your looks. My looks haven't gotten me anywhere, she shot back. Emma built something. I want that. They stormed out, tossing empty threats about cutting her off, like they had anything left to give. Olivia turned to me after, eyes wet. Thank you. Not just for the surgery or school, for showing me there's another way. I squeezed her hand. You had it in you. You just needed to see it. Driving home, I felt the shift. I'd built walls to keep them out, but now, maybe, I was building something new with Olivia. Not obligation, choice. My phone buzzed. Sarah, you okay? You've been at the hospital a lot. I typed back, things are changing. Good changes. Because they were. But I knew my parents weren't done fighting. They never would be. I'd be ready. Olivia's surgery went fine, and she threw herself into recovery like I'd never seen. No whining, no leaning on anyone, she just gritted her teeth and worked through the pain. Her therapist told me she's tougher than most. Keeps pushing when others quit. I watched her one day, sweat dripping as she rebuilt strength in her leg, and saw something new. Not the sister who'd coasted on handouts, but someone finding her spine. My parents didn't see it that way. They couldn't stand losing control. A week after the surgery, my mother cornered me in the hospital cafeteria. She's coming home with us, she insisted, voice sharp. She needs care, a private nurse. You'll cover that, won't you? I stirred my coffee, keeping my cool. Ask Olivia what she wants. She's in no state to decide, my mom snapped. She needs family. No, Mom, Olivia said, hobbling up on crutches, face hard. I need to stop being your crutch. I'm not moving back. My mother's eyes narrowed. Emma's brainwashed you. No, Olivia fired back. You've babied me into nothing. I'm done. I stayed quiet, letting her fight. She didn't need me to save her anymore. She stuck to her plan. Got her old job back at the boutique, enrolled in community college, business courses like she'd said. I paid the tuition, held her to my rules. 3.0 GPA, keep the job, no parental handouts. She nailed it. Worked shifts between classes, studied late, didn't complain. For the first time, I saw her hustle. It felt good, like maybe she'd meant it in that hospital bed. But my parents wouldn't let go. They amped up the pressure. My father started calling clients again, spreading rumors about my unstable leadership. One pulled out, a small account, but it stung. I traced it back to him through a mutual contact. He's desperate, the guy told me. Said you're ruining the family. I tightened security on my business, new passwords, locked down finances. No more chances for them to sneak in. Then Olivia called me one night, voice shaky. Dad showed up at the boutique today. Offered to pay my rent if I ditch school and move home. What did you say? I asked, tense. Told him no, she said. He got mad, said I'm ungrateful. Mom's been texting nonstop, guilt trips about how I'm breaking her heart. I sighed. They're losing their grip. Keep your head down. You're doing great. I know, she said, steadier. It's just hard. They've never cared what I wanted before. They still don't, I told her. This is about them, not you. She went quiet, then, thanks, Emma, for believing I can do this. You're doing it, I said. That's what matters. The next blow came fast. My mother tried filing a legal claim, said I'd coerced Olivia into cutting them off, demanded access to my company funds as family assets. My lawyer laughed when he saw it. No case, he said. She's got nothing but noise. Still, I had to spend time and money shutting it down. Every move they made was a jab, testing me. I didn't bend. Olivia kept going. A month into school, she texted me her first grades. All A's and 1 B, 3.5 GPA. Told you I'd do it. I smiled, texted back, proud of you. Keep it up. She was proving herself, step by step. But my parents weren't done. One evening, my father showed up at my office unannounced. Security buzzed me. Guy says he's your dad. Let him up. Fine, I said, bracing myself. He walked in, looking smaller than I remembered, but his tone was all bluster. You're destroying us, Emma. Olivia's throwing her life away because of you. She's building her life, I shot back. For the first time, you just can't handle her not needing you. He leaned on my desk, voice low. We gave you everything growing up. This is how you repay us. You gave me nothing, I said, standing up. I worked for every dime. You poured it all into Olivia's flops while I scraped by. Don't rewrite history. His face darkened. You'll regret this. Both of you. Get out, I said, pointing to the door. And don't come back. He left, but his threat hung there. I knew they'd try something else. They always did. That night, I sat in my apartment, staring at the city lights. My company was thriving, new contracts, bigger team, but my family was a war zone. Olivia was holding her own, and I was proud, but the fight wasn't over. My phone buzzed. Sarah, heard your dad was here. You good? Yeah, I typed back. They're desperate. Means we're winning. Because we were. Every time they pushed, we pushed back harder. I just had to stay sharp, keep them from finding a crack. Then the hospital called again. Miss Sullivan, it's Dr. Martinez. Olivia's back. She's okay, just a checkup, but your parents are here, causing a scene. I grabbed my keys. I'm on my way. They weren't giving up, but neither was I. This was my life, my sister's chance. I'd protect both, no matter what they threw at us. I sped to the hospital, gripping the wheel tight. My parents causing a scene wasn't new, but dragging it into Olivia's recovery felt low, even for them. I got to the 3rd floor and heard my mother's voice before I saw her, shrill and loud in the hallway. She's our daughter. We have rights. My father was muttering, trying to calm her, but she was past reasoning. Dr. Martinez stood there, looking exhausted, caught in the middle. I walked up, keeping my voice level. What's going on? My mother spun on me, eyes wild. You've turned her against us, and now she's back here because of you. She's here for a checkup, Dr. Martinez cut in, firm. Routine. She's fine. I ignored my mom's glare. Where's Olivia? Room 307, he said. She asked for you. I brushed past them, my mother still ranting. You can't keep her from us, Emma. I didn't answer. Inside the room, Olivia sat on the bed, legs stretched out, looking tired but calm. Hey, she said, managing a small smile. Sorry about the circus. What happened? I asked, sitting beside her. Therapy went great, just needed a follow-up. Then they showed up, said I'm killing them by staying away. Mom tried to drag me out of here. I clenched my fists. They're losing it. Yeah, she said, voice soft. I told them to leave. They wouldn't. Dad offered me money again, said I could quit school, come home. I said no. Again. She looked at me, eyes steady. I'm not caving, Emma. I meant what I promised. I nodded, feeling a rush of pride. Good. You're stronger than they think. The door burst open. My mother stormed in, my father trailing her. Olivia, enough of this, she snapped. You're coming home now. Emma's filled your head with nonsense. Olivia didn't flinch. No, Mom. I'm staying. I'm working. I'm in school. I'm done being your puppet. My mother's face twisted. After all we've done, you've done nothing but hold me back. Olivia cut her off, voice rising. Emma's the only one who's helped me stand up. My father stepped in, voice oily. Princess, we just want what's best. You don't need this stress. Stop calling me that, she said, sharp. I'm not your princess. I'm not a kid. You want me weak so you can feel needed. I'm over it. I stood up, facing them. She's made her choice. Leave. My mother turned on me, furious. You selfish little, after everything, you take her from us? She's not yours to keep, I said, cold. She's her own person. You never let her be. My father grabbed my arm. You'll pay for this, Emma. We'll sue. We'll try it, I said, shaking him off. My lawyer's ready. You've got no claim to me or her. Security showed up then, 2 guards, summoned by the nurse. Ma'am, sir, you need to go, one said. My mother shrieked, you can't do this, but they escorted them out, her yells echoing down the hall. Olivia let out a shaky breath. That was insane. Yeah, I said, sitting back down. But you held your ground. She nodded, wiping her eyes. I couldn't have without you. They're wrong about you, Emma. You're not selfish, you're the only one who's ever cared enough to push me. I squeezed her hand. You're pushing yourself now. That's what counts. After that, things shifted fast. Olivia aced her semester, 3.6 GPA, and got promoted to assistant manager at the boutique. She moved into a cheap apartment, no help from anyone but her paycheck. I kept funding her classes, but she paid her own way otherwise. My parents tried a few more stunts, called my office, harassed Sarah, even showed up at a client meeting once. I shut them down every time. Restraining order papers were ready if it came to that. My company hit new highs, 50 employees, clients across 3 states. The launch party mess was a distant memory, replaced by solid wins. Olivia started interning with us over the summer, earning it through grit, not my name. She filed papers, shadowed meetings, never asked for favors. People noticed. Sarah pulled me aside one day. She's good, Emma. Really good. Not the girl from last year. I know, I said. She's finally her own person. Then came the anniversary event. A year since that slap, I was set to celebrate Sullivan Digital Marketing's growth. Olivia asked to speak, said she had something to say. I agreed, curious. The night was packed, team, clients, partners. I took the stage first. A year ago, some of you saw a rough night I started, keeping it light. Family drama, big mess. But it led to something better. Tonight's about growth for the company and for us. I nodded to Olivia. She walked up, no crutches, no designer nonsense, just a simple suit, confidence earned. Hi, she said, voice clear. A year ago, I was a brat. I had everything handed to me and nothing to show for it. My sister changed that. She didn't give up on me when I gave her every reason to. She glanced at me, eyes shining. Emma taught me success isn't what you're given, it's what you build. I'm here because I earned it, not because of her name. The crowd clapped, real applause, not polite noise. I saw my parents at the back, uninvited, but there. My mother's face crumpled. My father pulled her out. Olivia kept going. Some people want you weak, call it love. Real love gives you wings, not chains. I felt the words hit deep. She'd learned what I'd fought for years to understand. After, on the balcony, she grinned. Think they got the message? Doubt it, I said. But it doesn't matter. You're free. She nodded. We both are. That night, I knew the fight wasn't over. They'd never stop. But we'd already won what mattered. Strength. Each other. The rest was just noise. The anniversary event was a high, but I knew my parents wouldn't let it rest. Olivia's speech, her public break from them, hit them hard, and they didn't take losing quietly. A week later, my lawyer called. Your mother's filed another claim, he said. Says you've unduly influenced Olivia, wants a cut of your company as compensation. It's weak, but they're pushing it. I sighed. Shut it down. Whatever it takes. Already on it, he said. They've got no ground. Just costs you time. They didn't stop there. My father started emailing clients again, claiming I'd abandoned family values. One forwarded it to me, asking if it was true. I called them, Explain the truth, years of their leeching, my fight to build something real. Sounds like they're the problem, not you, the client said. We're still in. Trust held, but the attacks kept coming. Olivia got it worse. My mother showed up at her apartment, banging on the door, crying, "You're killing us." Olivia texted me after, didn't let her in. She left screaming. This normal? For them, yeah, I replied. Stay strong. She did. Kept her job, her grades, her distance. Then she pitched me an idea over coffee one day. I want to start a division at your company, she said, eyes bright. Small businesses, help them grow, like you helped me. I've got a plan. I leaned in. Show me. She laid it out, practical, smart, built on her boutique experience and classes. No handouts, just work. It's good, I said. Really good. Earn it through the internship, and it's yours. She grinned. Deal. My parents' last move came a month later. They crashed my office, both of them, no warning. Security buzzed me. Your parents are here. Loud. Let them up, I said, ready. They stormed in, my mother red-faced, my father puffed up. This ends now, she spat. You've poisoned Olivia, stolen our family. We're taking you to court. Everything you've got. I stood, calm. You've got nothing. No case, no proof. Just threats. You owe us, my father shouted. We raised you. You raised me to fend for myself while you spoiled her rotten, I said, voice like steel. I owe you nothing. Olivia owes you less. She's thriving without you, deal with it. My mother lunged, hand raised like that night a year ago. I caught her wrist. Not this time, I said. Security. They hauled them out, her screaming, him cursing. I filed the restraining order that day. Enough was enough. Weeks later, Olivia joined the team officially, junior account manager, earned through sweat. Her small business division launched 3 months after, a hit from day one. Clients loved her grit, her story. My company soared, new offices, bigger contracts. My parents faded, their threats empty, their influence gone. One night, after a long day, Olivia and I grabbed drinks. She raised her glass, water, not champagne. To us, she said. We made it. To us, I echoed. You're not just my sister now, you're my partner. She smiled, real and warm. Couldn't have done it without you pushing me. You pushed yourself, I said. I just gave you the shot. We clinked glasses, the city lights glowing outside. That slap a year ago had shattered everything, then rebuilt it better. We weren't victims anymore. We were victors. I got home late, found a package on my doorstep, old leather journal, letter from my grandmother's estate. My dearest granddaughters, it read. If you're together now, I knew you'd find your way. Emma, your strength is forgiveness. Olivia, yours is growth. You're unstoppable united. Inside were notes, photos, her belief in us, preserved. I texted Olivia a picture. She knew. She replied. She was right. Sitting there, I thought back to that launch party, the slap, the chaos, the break. It hadn't broken me. It freed me. Freed us. My parents might never get it, but we did. We'd built something real together on our terms. The fight was over. We'd won. And that's the story, betrayal, battles, and a bond that came out stronger than ever. Emma and Olivia turned the worst moment into their best victory. Life's messy, but sometimes the ashes build something beautiful. Like this? Subscribe below so you don't miss the next one. I've got more stories of grit and triumph coming your way.